Wait, guys. Earthquake.
Check. Check. Okay.
Not the hot breath on the mic.
Sorry. That's not what I was gonna say. We clearly decided on a color theme before a very special event occurred in the U.S. Just because we're wearing red does not mean that we wouldn't have voted blue.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. This is the Voices of Freedom. I'm Julie. This is Sandra, and that's Jade over there. So, last week we were talking about the struggles of navigating identity, especially in a world that often labels and categorizes us. And our topic this week is actually from a comment in our last video.
So, Carl, if you could just please help us, put up the comment on the screen. So, at Busy Bear 26 asked, what role does music play in asserting identity for Black individuals and communities? And I think this is a really powerful question because it really gets to the heart of what we're doing here on our podcast. And, we're really focusing on amplifying the voices of Black communities in the United States. Going off of that, we're going to focus on three main themes today, and they are identity, survival, and collective empowerment.
And I do just want to let you guys know, we did do a little bit of research for this topic. We wanted to make sure all of our information was correct.
Yes.
So if you see us looking down at our little scripts, please don't judge us. We're trying our best. We just don't want to get anything wrong. So, off the top of my head, one of the most prominent ways that Black individuals, especially Black musicians, have used their platforms to assert their own identity and the identity of their community is through music. So for decades, music has been intentionally used to push back against systemic oppression.
And every genre created and popularized by Black artists, such as blues, jazz, R&B, gospel, hip-hop, rap, and more, hold within its lyrics the dreams and aspirations of freedom, but also the pain and struggle that come with fighting for it, right? And honestly, I don't think any other art form really captures the heart and soul of Black resistance quite like music does, which is why musicians have their art form as a voice for the voiceless.
I love that. Heart and soul of Black resistance. That's beautiful. Someone should put down a shirt.
Right?
Like we should start shirting.
Should we sell merch, guys?
I mean, off the top of my head, I can think of like three main songs that I feel like are really powerful protest anthems that were really prominent during the civil rights movement. So one of them is "We Shall Overcome" by Charles Albert Tinley. The other one is "A Change Is Gonna Come" by Sam Cooke, and the last one is "Strange Fruit" by Billie Holiday. And I feel like these songs are just really special because they were also a way to, resist and confront the racial discrimination and social justice and equality that was like prominent in the US and still is today, of course. And this is definitely evident in the lyrics as well. So we're going to talk a bit about Billie's song later, but for now we're just going to talk about some other songs.
Oh, so some other songs. We have songs like All Right by Kendrick Lamar, I Can't Breathe by Her, This Is America by Childish Gambino, and my favorite, Freedom by Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar. Shout out Beyonce. Freedom by Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar becomes anthems for Black Lives Matter movements as they advocate for justice for those who have been unjustly taken by police violence.
And one of the many reasons why music is such an effective form of resistance and a way to assert identity is because these songs play such a crucial role in the lives of Black individuals who are constantly fighting for racial justice, equality, and an end to systemic oppression. So music provides a powerful platform for Black individuals to share their lived experiences, their perspectives, and their emotions in a way that can reach broad and diverse audiences. So music is a powerful tool for building solidarity, community, and unity, bringing people together in support of a shared cause. And it strengthens the collective identity of Black individuals as they come together to demand justice.
Exactly. And when Black musicians and listeners alike sing these songs of resistance, they are able to take back control of their narratives, and tell their stories in, their own words and by their own means. And this not only asserts their identity, but also challenges stereotypes, reshapes perceptions, and emphasizes the reality of Black lives from a more authentic perspective. And it also serves as a declaration of identity and affirmation that Blackness and all of its diversity and complexity is valid, powerful, and just so deserving of all the recognition.
Okay, wait, guys, I need to pee one sec because the camera's seriously
Okay, well, I guess Julie needed to pee, so we're gonna take a break, but it's perfect timing because when she comes back, we're gonna go and talk about music as a tool for survival. So, we'll break here, but we'll be right back.
Classic Julie, always making a splash.
That actually wasn't as satisfying as I wanted it to be. Okay, we're back. Okay. And moving on to music as a tool for survival. So, for Black communities, especially during slavery and segregation, music offered a space to express pain, hope, and resilience. So, spirituals are African American religious songs that evolved in the context of slavery, primarily in the southern US. So, these contained coded messages about survival and escape that helped enslaved people navigate to freedom.
So, Swing Low is actually one spiritual that grew beyond a tune. It became a vital instrument of survival, and like Dubois said, it's a cradle song of death, which all men know. This was originally composed by Wallace Willis, and the song has journeyed through time, which evolved from a mournful spiritual sung by the enslaved into a global anthem with deep historical roots. Especially the lyric, "Sweet chariot coming for to carry me home," it carries a coded message. It contains a coded message, and historians like Arthur Jones sees the chariot as a symbol for the Underground Railroad. And this is a signal song for the enslaved to hold onto hope and envision freedom.
Swing low, sweet chariot, come forth to carry me home. Oh, I love that song.
Clip that.
So as Dubois mentioned above, like Julie said, he has described these songs as sorrow songs, and he said that they are the most beautiful expression of human experience born this side of the seas. It still remains as the singular spiritual heritage of the nation and the greatest gift of the Negro people. And I think this is just so beautifully put, and I just love his writing. These songs were also really like deeply layered in meaning and represented the articulate message of the slave to the world. So it was really just something that was so personal to them, was able to touch other slaves and just black people alike. And these songs also represented and captured the suffering and resilience of black people and further communicated their struggle, constant struggle for survival and liberation.
Right. And artists like Billie Holiday, which we did mention above, also brought raw, unfiltered narratives into the public eye. So, in a time when Black voices were systemically silenced, Holiday used her music to speak truth to power. So, her song, Strange Fruit, was a stark portrayal of lynching and racial violence in the US. It was originally a poem by Abel Maripol, but Holiday brought it to life and turned it into a powerful protest song. The lyrics are chilling, addressing the reality of lynching with lines like, "Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root."
I love that it took home made both like a song as well, because it just feels so deep and powerful that I just love it. And so Fuels describes this song, kind of talks about when Holiday first performed it at Cafe Society, and just describing the atmosphere as the lights dimmed and the waiter stopped serving, and this cast a very heavy silence over the entire room, and that her performance just became a true protest against racial violence, and an act of mourning as she tried to confront America's racial past. And in refusing to let black unsuffering suffering
It's a very heavy topic, guys.
yeah, it is. In refusing to let black suffering go unspoken, she insisted that blackness is a living, breathing act of resilience and one that should challenge the face of oppression.
Hi guys, this is Jade from the future. Sorry for the interruption. It's just we obviously want to let you guys have a little bit of a break. We understand that these topics are very, very heavy, but we did want to thank Caseify for sponsoring today's episode. So click the link down below and use the code FREEDOM to get 20% off of your cases. That's FREEDOM for 20% off of the cases from Caseify.
So we're back. Thanks again, Jade, for that little sponsor of the week, Caseify. Clearly we would be able to film our podcasts without them because my phone keeps dropping.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, so back to it. For our last theme, we're actually going to explore the idea of collective empowerment and how music is not just personal expression, it's actually a super strong way to bring communities together in the battle against injustice, right? So it often serves as the heartbeat of the movement, and for Black communities, it's a vibrant call to action in the fight for justice, equality, and resilience.
Okay. And it's amazing how songs like Kendrick Lamar's All Right really brings people together. So this track turned into an anthem for the Black Lives Matter movement. With lines that show resilience, "We gon' be all right," really hits home, reminding us that even when things get tough, justice and freedom are always within reach. And for a lot of folks, this song symbolizes a promise to keep pushing through against systemic oppression.
Absolutely. And as we keep pushing through from the past, present, and we will definitely still be pushing through the future, it's great that music is still just able to be there for us constantly. We can search up these songs and like 40, 50 years, they'll still be there, and we'll still get that feeling too, similar to when we first listened to them. And the song Alright by Kendrick isn't just a great song, and all these other songs aren't just great songs by themselves. They're all about standing together and fighting back. And then you've also got Freedom by Beyonce, which I just love as well because it really just hits home about struggle and bouncing back. And the lyric that just really speaks out to me the most is I break chains all by myself, won't let my freedom rot in hell. I think this one is personally just about strength or personal strength in overall, but just the way it's delivered really makes it feel like we're all in this together fighting for freedom as one.
Yeah. And basically, that's the essence of collective empowerment through music. So, Black music really has a way of bringing people together, whether, we're at protests, scrolling through social media, just hanging out in our daily lives. The tracks hit home for people of all ages and backgrounds. It rallies us against oppression. And, music becomes this really awesome way to express deep feelings, motivate action, and just spark hope overall. It's not about the artists or the listeners. It's just about building community that supports each other when facing injustice.
And community is really what it's all about. I mean, we would be without our communities,
I know.
Right.
And the history, also shows that these musical movements possess a lot of power. They're really profound, and that Black music has just always played a key role in activism. We, look back at the civil rights movements, and even at just today's Black Lives Matter, we see how it crosses boundaries and brings people together, and it just reminds us of the fact that freedom and justice never stops. And it inspires communities, individuals, people alike to believe that change is truly possible.
And when it comes to music, Black communities aren't just pushing back anymore. They're really showing off their strength, their dignity, and their hope. It's a reminder that no matter how tough things get, there's a shared spirit and energy that keeps pushing movements forward.
And that's also the beauty of coming together. So, music gives Black communities a powerful voice that's bigger than any individual, right? So, it links everyone together in the quest for justice, making it clear that when we stand united, nothing can hold us back.
Okay, we're definitely running out of time now, but there's one last point I do want to touch on before we wrap up. So, music often creates a space for emotional release, helping to validate feelings of anger, pain, and hope. And for Black communities and individuals specifically, these songs offer an outlet to process collective grief or collective joy, while reinforcing that their emotions are valid and acknowledged.
Wow.
That made me cry. Like, I literally feel the major tears. Oh God.
All right, so that was our podcast this week.
That's our episode.
Please like the video, comment down below if you want another one. Maybe next video we can do a mukbang.
Maybe. Chick-fil-A just opened.
True.
So
Interesting.
Any place wants to sponsor us.
please.
Okay, thanks guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in. See you guys next week.
Next week where?
Sorry. It was not you.